Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
Terrence.
What's up?
And long time friend and former co-host, Jack.
What's going on?
Holy shit, you're back.
I am.
Fucking weird.
Feels nice to be here. What's up, you guys? You look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Except Jay, you look like the size of two people now. Huge.
At least it's not like you've gotten fat as fuck.
No, you just got swole.
Thank
Afraid
you.
you're gonna start a fight with me.
Well, the funny thing is, you used to be my white doppelganger. Now you're like the small white
Yeah, I gotta
version
get
of me.
like pumped up now. This is cool. Getting that TRT implant tomorrow.
All right, so let's we got plenty to talk about this week. No science and tech or stupid tech, but here's a science story. Vaccinate your fucking kids. That's it.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Although I wish I had remembered just quickly, there is apparently some drug that they've come up with to stop the spread of HIV from people who have it. Like now
Nice.
there's like a massive study that they actually, like, it's working, which is fucking wild. So, like, people who have partners who have HIV or, like, you just...
That's actually been a thing for, like, 15 years. They're just now, like, the WHO...
it's just this works.
There's an initiative called U equals U.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
undetectable equals untransmittable or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you're saying
they just now, they finally like, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
But, like,
in
it's been a thing
fairness,
forever.
you can't really run with that one early. Like, yeah, it's fine, guys.
yeah.
Like, it was not fine.
right.
But they think that over time, it'll eventually just eradicate
That's
the
nice.
disease because people who have it, unfortunately, will just, I mean, not
It's
die
still,
off,
like,
but they
that's-
will eventually just die off.
That's why Magic Johnson was able to have a child with his wife.
Oh, I didn't realize that afterwards.
Yeah, this kid is only like 20-something years old.
You beat me to my joke. I was going to say, so they finally managed to reverse engineer this super soldier serum they gave Magic
his
Johnson
son is
20
not-
years ago.
He was just eating money.
I guess
His son is
so.
not 30 yet. I don't think so.
He
I have to look it up.
Yeah.
He
But
might be. I think he is.
Is he?
The like sort of fashionista guy?
Yeah, what's his name?
I have no idea.
Forget.
I'll look it up.
I don't know. But that dude is like making a ton of money.
Yeah,
That's
for
all
sure
I
he
know.
is.
So yeah, there you go. There's a little quick, fast science topic. All right, checked out this week. I assume this is Micah.
Yes, I saw Veep, the last episode.
That's funny because I just started watching it from the beginning.
You are gonna love that show, man. It's amazing, and the last episode was really good. Like it's all about this woman who is, you know, the vice president and really wants to be president, right?
Yeah.
Like think House of Cards, but hilarious. And
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and I mean, she is amazing, right? She was clearly the person with all the talent in that Seinfeld cast, right?
Her and Jason Alexander, definitely.
Her and Jason Alexander, but her, because she has been able to back away from the character of Elaine Bennis, whereas
Yeah.
Jason Alexander still kind of reminds me of George.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, he
in
does
a lot of his things.
I mean, he
And
hasn't
Kramer
really
is
done.
And Kramer's just a failure.
Yeah, yeah. And Jerry's just like,
And Jerry's got a money gun.
yeah. Who gives a fuck? He's getting ready to tour again, by the way.
Yeah, he's coming to Baltimore.
Yeah. My wife is going to surprise me, but you know,
Is she?
baby.
Surprise.
Surprise, nigga, you ain't going. Oh, sad.
But yeah, the show is amazing, man. It's one of the best shows on HBO. It was appointment television. If you like rapid fire comedy, if you like just crass blue humor, just people just insulting people for no fucking reason but to just insult them. It's really good. If you are, you know, one of them sensitive people who like can't take jokes, like this ain't for you because like abortion jokes are made in this season and like it's really good. I'm really gonna miss this show. This is right up your alley. This is politics, crude humor, and a Seinfeld alum.
Yeah,
Like,
and look, not to be a complete dick about it, but allow me to be. Julie Louis-Dreyfus has aged very well. She has.
Yeah.
One, just comedically she has, and also visually. She is a very good-looking older woman. No, I like the show a lot. I had seen probably half of the first season, and I just kind of fell off. Right, and I had just seen like sort of onesie-twosie episodes over the last couple of years. So I'm going back to start in the beginning.
Yo,
and
she's almost 60 years old.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. But the show is really fucking funny, and it is right in my wheelhouse. Like it feels like that. It reminds me of the show. I just had to look it up. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie. I think it's still on Netflix called In the Loop. You ever seen that?
No.
It's a spin-off of this. It's a spin-off of this series called The Thick of It, right? And it's very much done in the same style as Veep. It's just rapid fire. There's no audience laughter or anything like that. But it's about the British government, and it's the same thing. And it's the main guy. I can't remember. I think it's this guy. Yeah, Peter. Capaldi is he was also Doctor Who, and he's just like this super foul-mouthed guy. Like, he's fucking hilarious on that show. And it's just like, you can look up clips from the movie and from the show of him just going on like 5-minute like cunt, fuck, shit, cockballs, like rants about the government. They're hilarious. Nice. And it's very similar to Veep. So yeah, if you like In the Thick of It or In the Loop, you'd probably like Veep as well. And you should probably check that show out too. I think you would like that. So yeah, I will definitely eventually get that.
Oh, let me interrupt real quick. I'm sorry I didn't put it in here, but just real quick, that new prison show that's on Netflix.
Oh, Jailbirds.
Yeah, I started watching that.
Oh,
so I'll put that on my check.
I saw a clip of people talking through a toilet. I'm in. Listen, I'm in. I'm all in.
That was from a TV show?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, dude.
It's like 6 episodes, and it's all about women in a prison that are not in like a women's prison. They just have like a floor in a normal prison.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I've fallen down the rabbit hole recently of like prison TV shows. Not real sure why. I've suddenly developed this fascination.
Yeah,
I didn't know that existed.
Forever on MSNBC.
Where they put normal people
on
in
the weekends and shit?
No, Lockup. They just gave like prisoners a camera.
There's another one that I recently fell into. Sorry, I'm going down a rabbit hole, but they put normal people in a place where they're like, all right, pretend to be a prisoner and like
I've
find
heard
out.
that. Fuck,
that shit is wild.
Like
No
undercover
thanks.
boss?
Like something like that. Yeah.
Undercover
I'm not trying to get fucking shanked.
No shit, right? They had to pull
No.
people out because they're afraid for their safety. So yeah, I've recently fallen down this prison rabbit hole, and so I watched Jailbirds, like the first 2 episodes.
Is it pretty good?
It is interesting. It is an interesting look at the inside of prison that I've not seen anywhere else. That shit with people talking into toilets. They fish notes back and forth through the fucking sewer line. Like, it's wild.
Yo, prisoners are some of the most inventive people.
Fuck,
they really
yeah.
are.
When you got 24 hours a day to do nothing.
Like, if they get out and are actually reformed, I would hire a prisoner in a heartbeat.
Yeah. It's a cool show.
They will work really hard because they don't want to go back to prison if they are really reformed.
Yeah,
and they're super inventive.
Yeah. Like, come on, let's rob this.
Like, nah.
Don't do that.
Let's rob this bodega.
Oh, it's so you guys would love it.
The
first
fucking movie.
The first episode starts with this like young, very pretty 19-year-old girl who is getting arrested and going in jail for the first time. And like she starts out like, of course, like the very beginning is they're booking her like kind of smug and like, what'd you do? Well, I stole a car, raced the cops, and ran away, and my bond's $100,000. So then they put her in like the make your phone call room, and she immediately goes from like hard ass to like 90 seconds later after she's called all these places. They're like, bitch, we ain't giving you nothing for your $100,000 bail, you 19-year-old so-and-so. Click. Dude, tears, fucking just falls apart.
10%? You only have to pay 10%,
great.
right?
Yeah, but if you're some 19-year-old girl.
You got 10 grand?
No.
Yeah.
But like, you don't want to be my first call.
Wait, this is real?
Like, you don't want me to be your first call.
It's not like
I
a
got the money.
scripted show?
No.
This is not the Office Space. Office Space Jailbirds.
Crazy.
Look, I see people talking in toilets and I think it's a joke, guys.
No, so
That's prison.
By the way, I would absolutely watch Office Space Jailbirds. I would watch
100%. They have to empty the water from the toilets, so they like empty it into a sink. And then
Isn't the
they
sink
talk.
and the toilet the same thing, though?
It's above it.
It's connected,
so they
right?
no, it's apparently 2 different pipelines.
Oh, well, I'm the two different. But like, I thought the sink and the toilet were like.
It's like on top of each other. So they literally have to bail the toilet. And then there's scenes of them like talking through the toilet, and it's just like the shit covered toilet. And it's bro.
Yeah, look. If you look at this, if you look at that, I'm thinking that's a joke, man. I'm thinking that's a comedy.
No shit. No, he's got like 14 styrofoam cups out of the toilet.
Talking to his girl like I love you.
A tin can with a string.
It's very
That's basically what the fuck it is.
The show's fucking crazy. It has some crazy shit I've never seen in a jail show before.
It's jail, man.
Yeah.
All right. So 6 episodes.
6 episodes, 40 minutes apiece, easy watch.
All right, I'm watching Jailbirds. fuck out of here.
For sure.
Okay, I guess this is also you?
Yeah, I saw John Wick 1 and John Wick 2, and I had seen John Wick 1 before, but I had never seen John Wick 2. So I was like, all right, I happened to be on the Apple store, and they were like, get John Wick 1 and 2 for $10. I'm like,
hell yeah.
Whatever, okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's like $8 for John Wick 1 and overpaid for John Wick 2.
yeah, all right, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because,
it's not good.
Because the first one is great. It's a simple story, but stories like that need to be simple, right? And then I get to John Wick 2, and John Wick 2 it reminds me of like the third Matrix movie.
Yes.
Like it's overly like serious, and when he goes in there because he's got to kill that one chick, and they're pontificating. It's like him talking to the architect.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
right.
yo, get out of here with this.
I fell asleep.
You need to start killing people real quick.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it wasn't, and then Common stinks.
Oh, he's so bad, dude.
Bad in that.
The fights with him in that movie is just awful.
Them like tumbling down the stairs. I was like, I don't.
Yeah,
I didn't care.
I wasn't a big fan of the second one. Like the first one had a really good world building.
Yeah.
The second one, they just threw that shit out the fucking window.
Well, they tried to build a little too much, and now all of a sudden he's got like a bulletproof suit and fucking
and
like all kinds of other shit.
He's invincible.
Right. He's
I'm like,
suddenly
okay,
Superman.
that's
That
fine.
became
Whatever.
a little bit much.
Cool. Yeah. I heard the third one is beautiful.
Well, our review is going to go up, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I can still talk about it, I think.
Well, don't spoil,
the
don't
review.
spoil your review. Don't spoil your review.
I won't. All right, let me tell a separate story if you were done with talking about John Wick.
I'm done. Look, see one.
Yep.
Maybe skip 2.
It's worth it for the world building because I do appreciate some of the stuff they do at the Continental, but the action scenes are repetitive. He does too many combat roles. He's constantly somersaulting.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, just relax. But I did just see the third one, and I won't give a long review, and the review's about to be on YouTube, so I won't talk about it in detail. But I will talk about something I thought was interesting. A little peek behind the curtain. So the way media works for anything, be it movies or TV shows or whatever, is that the country is broken up into markets, right? Sure. So like the one market I think is LA or New York, and the other one's the 2 market, and then it just goes down from there to like 200, which is like the state of Nebraska.
Like
You're right.
People,
all this crap that no one lives. Baltimore, last time I checked, was like a 25 or a 26 market. Okay.
Yeah, it feels about right.
So I say that to say that I've been to a lot of press screenings over the last 6 years with you guys, and the studio themselves has only had a representative there once, and that was for Ghostbusters reboot. Right.
Yikes.
And I have already told that story before, so I'm not going to tell that story again, but they were a presence there. They were a presence at this screening as well. I'd never seen somebody before that was from the studio, except that one movie. Lionsgate had somebody there to tell us, to keep our phones down and all that jazz. Like they normally have like the studio people do that. And then when you're at a press screening, you've got the rows blocked off of like press people. So we were one of the last people there, and there's very few seats left except next to this couple who are 70 years old, and I guarantee you are not pressed for fuck all. Okay, I guarantee you. And they're sitting next to me, and they're very nice and very polite. It's old white couple, very nice. So John Wick 3 is so much better than the second one. It's better than the first one. It's the best of the John Wick movies. The action scenes are amazing. The whole movie is just fantastic. But the action is so over the top that it's laugh out loud funny. And the whole time, my friend and I are just sitting there like, people are getting stabbed, eyeballs are exploding, and we're just laughing hysterically. And this old lady next to me is just constantly mumbling like, oh, that poor man. And like, oh my God, Harold, this is so terrible. And Chris and I are just pounding, tears running down our faces. People's heads are exploding. We're laughing. It was a unique way to watch John Wick 3. Just they made it through the whole movie. They were pretty silent in the second half, but it was a unique way to see John Wick 3 next to this old couple.
Harold.
But it's a good film.
All right.
And you will like it especially if you just watch 1 and 2.
Good. Send it tomorrow.
And check out the review that we just did.
There you go. It's uploading now. So I watched Dead to Me. This is the new Netflix series starring Christina Applegate. Christina Applegate criminally underrated actress as she's gotten older. Like it's actually kind of wild. She's actually very, very good.
Isn't she an insane person?
Kelly from fucking
No, she's been in a couple things actually.
Is she an insane anti-vaxxer too, or is that just Jenny
No, I
McCarthy?
don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't know. She was in what was it? The Babysitter Squad?
Aquaman.
Babysitter what?
No, you're
Adventures in Babysitting.
Adventures in Babysitting.
No, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead is the one she was
Yeah,
in.
that's the right. Yeah,
Christina
you're right.
Applegate, because Adventures in Babysitting was Elizabeth Shue.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
okay.
correct. That's correct. Because Thor's in
All your blonde women look the same. Don't worry.
You're correct.
It's so hard to tell them apart.
I'm sorry.
I got it.
So yeah, it's wild because Christine Applegate is almost 50 years old, which is just nuts.
Fucking old.
But she plays a woman whose husband was killed in a hit and run, and she goes to this like kind of hippy dippy like, oh, come talk about your feelings thing in California, like for people with loss, right? And then like this shit just happened. She's got two sons, two young sons, and she's dealing with this whole thing. She meets this other woman there who's also husband's also died, and she's kind of like a real hippie kind of chick, and she's like, oh, I feel like I'm connected to you. Can I give you a hug? And Christine Applegate's like, no, like fuck off, like what's wrong with you? And like Christine Applegate is like a realtor, like she's like kind of just a straight laced person, and this other woman's like this kind of hippie chick, and so they actually eventually become friends, like over this whole thing, but. The entire series is Christine Applegate trying to find the person who hit and ran away from her husband. And this other woman's trying to help her find this person, right? And the series goes in directions that you do not see coming. It's got James Marsden in it as well. Nice. Fucking Cyclops from the X-Men movies. Yeah. It's very, very good. It deals with death like that's a part of it, but it's more of like this mystery that's kind of unfolding about it. But the end of the season is really fucking out there, and it's pretty wild. I would say it's very good. Each episode's like 30 minutes, and it's only 10 episodes. But it's an easy watch, but you get pulled into it relatively quickly. But it's very, very good. Yeah, I dug it. It was just kind of like, oh, checked out this trailer. I was like, damn, that looks pretty good. And it turns out it was. Yeah, so
I watched Shazam.
Oh, you did? What'd you think?
It was cute. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was fun. Like, it wasn't offensive in any way.
No.
The ending was cool. The ending was really fucking fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Like, it really was. I don't want to, like, for anyone that hasn't seen it, I don't want to give it away. Megan Good is hot.
Yeah.
Good fucking Lord.
Yeah, that was the part where Deacon and I were like, yeah, this is a great part of the movie.
Yo, like, I'm not going to give anything away. Megan Good ends up in the movie, and she is fucking fine.
Yeah, I was okay with that.
What's the guy's name?
Zachary Levi?
Zachary Levi, he was really good. Like, with him and the kid together, perfect. Yeah. It worked. Like, it's really funny. The family, they're in a foster home, and surprisingly, the foster home is actually worth a damn. They're like beating their children, just like
trying to make $1 off of them.
Like it's definitely geared at children, but like I really enjoyed the movie. It was really fun.
Yeah, I thought it nailed it.
Better than Batman versus Superman.
Oh, undoubtedly. I think it's probably. I mean, you could probably make the argument it's probably their second best.
Next to which one?
Probably. I mean, second best.
I haven't seen Aquaman yet.
It's not.
No, Aquaman is not their best, but yeah. I would say it's probably Wonder Woman is probably their best, and Shazam is probably number 2. Or I mean, if you want to flip them, depends on what you like or whatever. Yeah, I can see the argument.
It's really cool. Like if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Cool. Like it's worth it.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's 2 hours. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there are parts of it that feel a little long.
Is 2 hours too, right? Like 2:10.
Say again.
John Wick 3 is like 2:10.
And it drags a little at the end of the second act into the third act. It could have been an hour and a half. The other thing about it, well, never mind. Watch the review because I talked about it on the review. But yeah, it's 2.5 hours or 2:10, and it could be 1:45. But that's the way it is nowadays.
Why is it so fucking long?
I was thinking about that the other day. You remember the 80s and even into the 90s when like an hour and a half was it, unless it was like Titanic.
If it was an action movie, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't need to see Arnold Schwarzenegger carry a tree around for 2 hours.
Right. Like, I'm a big fan of, world building and better writing and scripting and stuff that we have with these movies nowadays. But I mean, there are some times when 90 minutes is fine. Get me in, get me out.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of action movies being 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's what that first John Wick was. It was like 94 minutes. And then I saw the second one and it was like 210. I'm like, what are we doing?
Same thing with this one. And there's also some of that extra world building. But the thing about this one is you can just ignore all of that. Just don't pay attention to any of the plot of this movie because it makes zero sense. You're there for the fight scenes.
Commando, exactly 90 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah, I remember
every frame of that movie.
Yeah, I really don't need it to even be 91 minutes. It's exactly where it should be. It's a perfect.
I don't even want to have that scene where he and the what's her name, Vanessa. No, I forget the lead actress name, but they're walking around the sunny surplus. They break into the back room for that shopping cart with the rocket launchers and all that.
Yeah, why do they have this? Why do they have rocket launchers at Sunny Surplus?
Why don't they have rocket launchers?
That's actually a better question, to be honest.
I honestly thought that is where that's what Sunny Surplus sold.
Yeah, you were a dumb fucking kid. In 1985, you were like, wow, this is amazing. 85?
There was a Sunny Surplus on Liberty Road.
Yeah, I know.
There was.
Yeah.
That's where you get the guns.
It was just down from where that hip hop fish and chicken is.
Yeah.
Like what? Like
between
7-Eleven?
Between that and the Golden Dragon.
On the corner?
Like what does it look like?
Like it was the Golden Dragon. It was something else. It was Sunny Surplus, and then I think it's where the hip hop fish and chicken is now. I think
something.
Wow. So like.
Yeah, you could just buy like machine guns.
It's either like like an automotive store or a liquor store now.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's because that particular part of Baltimore really didn't need machine gun store right there on that corner.
That's when you're getting a little close to the city. You know, you don't
like why don't we
Dragon?
Like why don't we not give these black people camo?
Well, I guess at that point in time it was probably like really white.
Nah, yo.
So why the fuck was there?
That's why it failed. No one knows. What? Is Sunny Surplus still a store?
No,
I don't think it is.
I'm glad that you said that because I couldn't find a way to shoehorn this into the conversation. But there is one surplus store left in all of Baltimore. It's called H&H Outdoors, and it used to be downtown on Packard Street, and it was one of the scariest buildings you'd ever walk in because it had a whole underground that stretched almost the length of the block. And it was like stuff from Vietnam to Desert Storm, just everything. And now they are right on Hartford Road in Parkville.
Weird.
So you can still visit them, H&H Outdoors.
Yo, if you go to Sunny Surplus's Wikipedia page, it says Sunny's was a Baltimore landmark and has appeared in Barry Levinson's movie Liberty Heights and the show Homicide: Life on the Street.
Wait, was that just a Baltimore thing?
The Sunny Surplus is like the affordable outdoor store, right?
Was that just a Maryland thing?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
At its peak, it was a chain of 29 surplus stores in Maryland, Virginia, and Delaware.
Wow. Okay. I thought it had a much bigger presence than that.
Wow. It was still a thing in March of 2008. That's ridiculous. There you go. That's where you
surplus, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
that is machine guns on Liberty Road. Apparently,
that is a super local story. Like I feel like we went really low. People are like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
I'm over here thinking that shit was nationwide, but apparently not.
Yeah, okay. It's like duck pin bowling. It's only here.
I hate duck pin bowling.
It's for losers.
I went bowling on Mother's Day.
Children.
It's for children and the president with his tiny hands. Make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. I hate it. Before you buy anything on Amazon, look, we get a little bit of a kickback. You don't pay anything extra, but it does help out the show. We appreciate all the people who continue to do it. All right, lightning round this week. Terrence.
That doesn't mean it. Netflix heading to E3 to adapt more TV shows into video games. Okay. What?
Okay, I don't know anything about this story.
They're doing just that. They want to get into the video game space.
Oh shit!
Which they already did with the Stranger Things game.
Yes,
which I played. Did you play it?
I haven't played it.
It's good. It's like Super Nintendo Stranger Things.
I see a bunch of colored squares in the shape of other colored squares, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to play this.
Yeah, it's a little pixelated.
But playing it will shake down Hawaii. I bought a couple days ago. It looks exactly like that. It's fun, but you wouldn't like it. Oh, but anyway, back to Netflix.
Old man.
It's coming up E3 this year, which is usually in June, and they're saying that they want to adapt some of their specific shows into video games.
Fucking jailbirds. I could talk to the toilet all day long. I mean, this is a fucking golden idea. What is happening?
I mean, that was just easy. That was right there.
What are you gonna do? What's the goal? To escape prison?
Yeah, I guess so. Get your boyfriend on the toilet line? I don't know.
Like a puzzle game. Just trying to get out.
Like
How many cups do I need to get the proper?
I mean, can you think of any other Netflix properties? Like, do you want to see that Bright, RPG with...
No, go fuck yourself.
probably they have Glow.
I'd play a Glow wrestling game. That'd be fun.
In like the vein of like WCW or like World
Fire-
Championship,
Like All-Stars, WWE All-Stars, something like that.
which is women wrestling.
That
might work.
Yeah.
It depends on who's doing it. Who's
Umbrella Academy.
Bandersnatch is there.
I would probably enjoy
Bandersnatch
that
is-
more as a video game than that
What
as
like
a show.
Legends of Zork or whatever. What was the name of those series?
Yeah, just any text-based adventure.
Yeah, it's a
game.
text-based.
Yeah.
I could see that.
What else do they have that's a Netflix of? I guess I can't remember any of their actual like
Bunch of
own
stand-up
property.
comedy.
Yeah.
The OA, they said Lost in Space.
Tom Segura and Krista Lee are going to fight to the death. It's going to be a stand-up comedy fighting game. I'd play that.
Yeah, like a what is it? What was the one on MTV where they had Celebrity Deathmatch? Comedy Deathmatch.
Animated Fast and Furious.
There you go. Bodyguard. How about that? the most intense fucking first-person
Just
shooter
fucking
ever.
sweating the whole
Like,
time.
nah, I don't need that. I don't need my fucking blood pressure to shoot through the roof.
No, don't make that.
Go ahead, Netflix. I guess.
A detective mystery game based on making a
Video
murder.
games are very difficult. They just are. Like if
To
they're
do
going to be
well,
like phone games or whatever, like
Sure.
are they going to
I
be
don't need
mobile
that in my
games?
life.
Because
That's what the Stranger Things game was. It was a mobile game.
Yeah, and that's what I'm curious about. Is it going to be a mobile game to kind of appeal to the masses, or is it going to be, I can't imagine Netflix is going to pony up for some sort of AAA, big ass. Like,
I still can't believe that dude is younger than us. I just can't.
I can. As much as he rails on like big business and shit like that, that screams millennial.
I mean, I guess, but
But
he doesn't look it.
No, he doesn't. I'm sure he's a nice enough guy.
Yeah, probably.
But I just thought that was kind of interesting.
That is kind of strange. We'll see. Next up, Bond 25 suspends shooting after Daniel Craig is injured on set. How do you feel about that?
Daniel Craig.
But he hurt his leg.
Yeah, he hurt his leg running. So I think it's
Charlie.
I think it's time.
Meanwhile, Tom Cruise blew his whole fucking ankle out.
He still made the jump.
It was like, nah, keep going.
Yeah, I think it's time for Daniel Craig to hang it up. He's
How old is Daniel Craig?
51.
Nah,
That's
that's a
my
rap.
mama's age.
Nah, that's a rap for you.
Yeah, but that's not James Bond's age. You know what I mean? James Bond's got to be somewhere
65?
between
30s.
Between what, 32 and 79?
Roger Moore was 114 years old.
I think he was
And he
like
was still pulling 33-year-old bitches.
I think he was like 60 when Octopussy came out.
Not gonna
Some
Lord.
shit like that.
Jesus
He
Christ.
flew out of a horse's ass. People don't talk about that. And that was in the beginning of that movie.
Yeah, this 60-year-old man pulling like this 18-year-old trim. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing, bro? This is gross. But yeah.
Roger Moore was born in 1927. So when did...
That movie came out in like 1983. Or like 73. I don't know.
James Bond brought to you by the AARP.
Yeah, exactly.
Good God.
He's like, why don't you come back to my house for dinner? She's like, it's 4:30. He's like,
I go to bed by 8:30. That Metamucil
relax.
kicks in real
Look,
early.
Blue plate special. Let's go. Let's knock it out.
Octopussy came out in 1983.
Damn, I was right.
Yeah.
That was a total guess.
It's time for a new Bond. I mean, we're at that point.
No,
right?
this has got to be his last.
It is his last, but
Probably the last one should have been.
the last one should have been his last.
for sure.
Yeah, because that movie was garbage.
And
Yeah, he hasn't made a
it
good Bond movie since Casino Royale. The rest of them are terrible.
I mean, it could be argued. Yeah, you can make a really good argument.
Skyfall was very...
I like Skyfall.
Skyfall was fan service. Skyfall was
That was for Bond fans.
yeah, that was for Bond fans. But like the shit didn't make sense even on a dumb action movie level. Like,
Yeah.
I did enjoy the last shootout though.
yeah,
It was fun.
It was fun. At least it was the Aquaman of that quadrilogy.
Oh yeah.
Just big and dumb.
Yeah.
Man.
But
Don't. It's you don't
you
need
don't
to.
need to see Aquaman. You don't need to see it.
I mean, technically,
need to see
I have it.
Yeah,
Oh, you bought it. That's cool.
Yes,
Great.
I bought it.
Watch it while you're doing something else.
Oh.
Like watching something else better.
Just put it on your laptop.
How long is it?
That's right.
How long is it?
It's
Longer than it should be.
Yo, it's like
Yeah.
2.5
Yeah, it's
hours.
really
There's a
long.
line in Aquaman. Why didn't you tell me I could have just peed on it?
No, I saw that in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's like 2.5 hours, which is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
I could just show you the last fight scene. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's like pretty decent, but like that's enough.
All you're gonna want to see is the Black Manta stuff, and the Black Manta stuff happens in the beginning,
Yeah.
and in the middle.
And then it ends in the dumbest possible way. And it's kind of like... Anyway,
It's
we're not here to talk about that
143
movie.
minutes.
Movie
That's
sucks.
too long.
It's 220.
Yeah.
I told you, dude, it's long as shit.
Fuck all
You had to
that.
go through all 7 seas.
Anyway, next up,
Watch
Disney's
it over
reviving
7 days.
Disney's reviving Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I mean, I love that movie.
I do.
Me too.
I absolutely love
I
that
do
fucking
like that
movie.
movie.
Like,
Do you remember the,
when they won the fucking ants and shit? That shit was dope.
Do you remember
On
the
bees.
yeah, dude, do you remember they had an attraction at Universal
I
Studios?
do remember. Yes, I do.
Honey, I Shrunk the
Dude,
Kids
it was
World?
fucking awesome.
Fucking cool. Yeah.
It was cool.
Do you like the movie or do you like the gimmick of being small?
No, I like the movie. I actually really like
Yeah,
the movie.
It's cute.
I've seen the movie countless times.
You know why he
Easily.
likes it? Because it has 2 white kids who fall in love with each other, and that's his thing.
Were they wearing Janko jeans? Because we also know that Terrence loves
I
Janko
don't
jeans.
know what Janko jeans are.
Don't you
I
sit
don't.
there and lie.
I went to Randallstown, my nigga. Like, I don't know any people that wore Janko jeans in Randallstown High School. They would probably get beat up.
No,
I'm serious.
They definitely would have gotten
So that was a thing that did not exist in my world. So I just like
Terrence
seeing those
wore
jeans.
Janko jeans watching Can't Hardly Wait. And I'll hear nothing of
I don't know what. Look, I just saw those jeans, what they actually look like in that fucking article. I was like, yo, that is atrocious.
Oh, dude, I
You're
knew
like,
people.
what the fuck are these?
That's
Did you have a pair, Jack?
I did not, but I knew lots of people who did. I worked with a guy at a large box store back in the day who wore those in the back in the room when we would empty the trucks for the whole reason of stealing every PlayStation game that came into the building in those jeans and taking them home.
Wait. Y'all went to Poly, right?
Yeah.
Niggas was wearing them shits in Poly?
I
No,
feel like 1 or 2 kids, not a lot.
Not a lot. When I saw them, I was working at the gallery.
I was gonna say I saw them at the mall. Like that's not
Like downtown?
yeah.
Oh,
Like there was a
I like-
whole crew of like
Jankos.
black nerds who would like wear all black but have like neon in their hair and shit like
Naruto
that.
headbands and shit.
Yeah.
those kids.
That's where I saw Janko jeans the first time. They would wear Janko jeans. They would be all black, but they would have like tight ass shirts on.
Yeah, that was the thing.
And they would have wallets, but like wallet
With the
chains.
chains?
Yeah.
I've seen the chain wallets, but I've never seen the Janko jeans.
Yeah. That was the first time I was seeing Janko.
I was
And then
like,
they
yo,
did
what the fuck
one
are
like
y'all-
this and shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing is
Yo,
like
I would beat them up.
but that's the thing, like timing wise, luckily Naruto and Janko jeans didn't exist at the same time because
That's
you can't
true.
do the run in those jeans. Like, you can't do it. You can't do it. You fall on your face. Sometimes life works.
I have to have just missed that because you graduated in '98, I graduated in '99.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a thing in high school for us.
I mean,
Was
it was
like the early
in high
2000s.
school, but it was like
People had them.
the class under us, like classes under that, not the class, but a couple classes.
Probably
under us.
ninth
And my
graders,
brother
10th graders.
was
Yeah.
my brother's 3 years younger than I am, so he may have seen.
Oh, he probably seen it.
He got him. Your brother did. He wearing them shits. But back to this topic. Honey, I
What's
Shrunk the
story about
Kids.
Janko jeans?
Yeah, look, I like this series. Like I
Did
didn't,
they have a series?
it was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then like Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
I
they
remember
made
Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Yeah. But Rick Moranis was the shit. But that was back
Is
when
he
he
still
was.
alive?
He
Yeah,
is.
that's my question. Is he going to come back for this? Because
No, it's starring. It's kind of a reboot of sorts, I guess, or maybe like an offshoot, starring Josh Gad. But no, Rick Moranis, he left acting because his wife died.
Yep.
Like that was the whole thing. Like he was at the fucking top of his career. His wife died, and he was like, "I got to take care of my kids," and he was just like, "Fuck this, I got enough money."
it's true.
Like I kind of respect that. I mean, like
100%.
it sucks that his career was cut short, but it was like for good reasons, just to raise his kids.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad seems to be the go-to for all Disney
Yeah,
shit.
like he was in Frozen.
He was also
Wasn't
in the
he in,
live
the-
Beauty and the Beast as
yeah.
well. But in fairness, he kind of looked like that character. So they're like, we need a little fat sycophant. And he was like, I do it. It's fine.
That's fine, I guess. Again, that movie came out like 1991. I was 10.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to see Honey, I Shrunk the Kids,
Right.
or Shrunk as they're calling it. Oh, it's a sequel, by the way.
What's the audience for that? Because like we remember it, like kids, like
That's
you're
a
gonna
full
sit your kid
quality
down and be like, "Yeah, watch this movie," and then watch the sequel.
I doubt you even have to see the previous one.
You sit your kid down and watch Ant-Man. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
essentially-
Ant-Man. It's a family film. It's Ant-Man, but a family film.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can see why people would.
I've probably seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids no less than 10 times.
Oh, easily.
Oh, and it's Honey, I Blew
used
Up
to
the
have
Baby.
Is it baby?
Yeah, they had a baby. I'd put $1 on it. That they had a baby and they blew up that stupid baby and the baby got
Blew up that stupid.
I'm pretty sure.
They blew up that stupid baby. I'm so glad you're back this week.
Yeah, thanks. That's not even the best Rick Moranis movie, by the way, because it's Spaceballs or nothing.
Yeah. I don't like
Yeah, I'll give you that.
like Ghostbusters. He was in Ghostbusters, right?
Correct.
That was
Tully, Louis Tully. Not his best movie.
more
Spaceballs.
than Ghostbusters.
Was that right? Oh, you didn't.
I
actually
didn't look
research
up Honey, I Blew Up the Dumb Baby.
It was a child. I'm looking at it now.
But you know what? Like, it's not his best movie, but it's a personal favorite of mine. I loved him because I love this movie. Criminally Underrated, My Blue Heaven.
That's a great movie.
That's
with,
a great
Steve
fucking
Martin.
movie. Yeah. That's a great. It's so.
With the kid.
Oh man, dude,
But
I was
it
wrong.
was-
But it was a baby.
But it was a baby. There you go.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm remembering.
Giant.
A dumb one at that.
I'm gonna give that
dumb
credit.
baby.
Dressed like Dennis the Menace for some reason. All right. Anyway,
Not starring Jane Worth.
I'll go see that movie if they want to revive it. I'll go see it.
All right, you let us know how it goes.
next up, oh shit! First Star Wars film after Rise of Skywalker to come from the Game of Thrones show. This is gonna be great. I don't give a fuck about Star Wars, so I can't wait.
Here's the thing. The same, like, writers on certain projects, even if you don't like them, have written other things that you like.
Go ahead.
Perfect example. Perfect
These niggas
example.
wrote X-Men Origins.
Yeah, no, but really? Yeah.
What?
But how about this? The same guys who wrote fucking Infinity War, wrote Infinity War, Endgame, and the
Russo
Cat
brothers?
movies. No, not the directors, the writers. They did Thor: The Dark World. So you never know. I would say this. It's very different coming up with your own shit versus trying to adapt a George R.R. Martin book. I would say
That
it's
he
very
hasn't
different.
finished himself.
That he hasn't finished himself, right? Because this nigga don't even care. Right. He like, I don't know.
Right, whatever.
He's like,
Dragons.
You got 500,000 butthurt fans talking about. Well, they need to redo it with competent writers. The writer doesn't care.
he don't give a fuck. He already on his Captain Chesapeake shit. He's like, yo, I ain't doing the rest of these books. Fuck out of here.
They're
I
going
ain't
to
never
redo
finished
these.
this
They'll
shit. Fuck
redo these as movies when he finishes the book, and
I can see
we will
that.
have that in 5 or 10 years, and that's fine.
I can see that. Here's my thing. I enjoyed it. I liked when she kirked the fuck out. That shit was great. That was great. It was
I mean,
great.
look, I'll give it to you, right? Like, those heel turns kind of were like real WWE style. Like,
See, I didn't even see it like that.
One week I'm your friend, and the next week is fuck y'all. But at the same time, like, I don't care.
Look,
Because that shit was funny.
look, when they zoomed in and she was just like, I was like, she gonna burn this whole fucking place down. And shit. When she took off, I was like, there you go.
It was like she put on that Rosa Parks shirt. Nah.
Not the
Like
bit.
Seth Rollins hitting what's the name of the back of the chair, like
fuck it for no reason.
Like, okay, the best part, like, whenever you think of the Game of Thrones last episode, the best part of this have been the fucking memes. The one of her
100%.
like, I am not gonna be the Queen of Ashes, and it's like they start playing the Curb Your Enthusiasm music, and I'm like, bum, 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 and it's just her burning King's Landing. That shit was great.
my favorite was the one you put today. It's like, baby, you mad? It's like, no, I'm not mad. I just think it's funny. And the fucking dragon is just tearing shit apart. Look, that's funny.
My favorite one that I've seen, and I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick because I want to show it to Jay, and then I'll describe what it is. because I know Jay will appreciate it.
That's funny. That's funny.
Is the dragon breathing fire down, and then there's an episode of Seinfeld where there's a fire and George is pushing old women and children out the way. Shit is hilarious, man.
There was a fire.
my God.
There was just a little bit of smoke. I was almost dead.
I think that the success of these guys taking over for the next Star Wars film really depends on where this movie is based, in what part of the Star Wars timeline. I can see them doing Knights of the Old Republic really well, that kind of kingdoms and intrigue that would come from that particular part of the Jedi mythology.
But I need them to. I think these guys are competent. I know people are like really shitting on them, whatever. It's it's the new hotness. But I think if you give them their own space and they're like writing your own shit and adapting your own shit are two very different things. They just are.
Not only that, but they had to write essentially 10 episodes. And they condensed 10 episodes into fucking 6.
That's the problem. HBO said, we will give you all of the fucking
weird.
money
They were
to do
probably
whatever
fucking
you
just
want.
tired.
Yeah,
and they were
like,
writing
I
this
just
shit.
want to go home.
Like I feel like they were something like, I'm just done. Whatever, just burn the whole city to the ground. Whatever.
Right.
Like we've placed the clues. We ain't gonna really fucking stretch this shit out no more. Like the bitch is crazy. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And you know
people
what's
are
funny?
mad, and I get it because you don't really. Cause like I don't watch it, but I can understand why they're angry. It's like you didn't really.
Look,
I gave him a little bit more in the season as to when she. As to why
I don't
she
know
would've
why
gone
they didn't
crazy.
do 10 episodes. Like that seems to have been a mistake.
That's stupid.
That was a mistake.
Because essentially there's 9 episodes if you add everything up, but it's so condensed because you can't.
You're trying to speed through.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like my thing is, why not just do 10 episodes but make them an hour and a half? Like, really fucking go for it in the last season. Who cares?
You've done 8 years worth of shit. Well, it's 10 years actually. Because
And everybody complaining, these are the same people that 2 episodes were like, 2 episodes ago, were like, fuck yeah, Arya, killing my king.
Right,
and like,
exactly.
so everybody needs to just fucking relax.
Right. And my whole thing is, I am going to call people on their bullshit a little bit because the reality is, y'all were super hyped for her to burn King's Landing down last week when the black chick died and she was like, Dracarius. Everyone's like, yeah, Dracarius. And then this week she was like, Dracarius. And you're like, no, that's what she do. Look, listen to black women. Guess what? She did. And she fucked all them up. She did. So, like, I don't know. I just don't. I think I'm at the point in my sort of movie and TV watching. I just don't get emotionally that invested in characters, especially in a show where I know that everyone is a piece of shit. Everyone is a piece of shit. The only person who's not a piece of shit in that show is John. Like they had to kill him to be like, okay, like we're gonna give you some edge to you, and then like we're gonna make you fuck your aunt, but like you didn't know, and then he was like, oh, I still want to fuck her, but I can't.
Yeah, he's kind of
seems wrong.
Weird, nice guy, bitch.
But like he's the only one. Everyone else is a piece of shit.
Well, and
So I'm
Arya,
like,
but she's only people refer because she's evil.
yeah, she's a psycho. I like her, but she's a fucking crazy person.
In reference to this actual story, what I know about it is that if they don't fucking put some goddamn Jedis and lightsabers on film sometime in the next fucking year and a half, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
That's fair.
All of these fucking Star Wars movies that they've come out with in the last like 5 years, like you get 2 minutes of lightsaber fight.
It's not much.
I'm here for the Jedis. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
here for the trade wars and the fucking princes marrying princesses and fuck your bullshit. I'm here to see people hack at each other with swords. That's what I'm here for.
Kill each other.
Give me laser swords.
I do. That's why I want a Knights of the Old Republic movie.
Yes,
because I want to see a world in which Sith and Jedi are prevalent. Like they're just everywhere, and you're just walking around like, oh shit, son, you want some of this? And it's like the Wild West, and they just start battling.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I want to see.
That's what I want to see too. Yeah, 100%. And you've given me all of those other movies that you wanted to make, Solo, and the last 2 Star Wars movies. You got Last Jedi, which is terrible. You wanted to do that. You made those. Give the fans something now.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Nobody wanted Solo. There was nobody out there going, you know what I really want is a Han Solo prequel with the dude from that one Coen Brothers movie. Like, there was nobody out there saying that.
That was not
give
good.
me the fucking Jedi.
That movie was fine. Like, it was fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, but it was not a movie that ever needed to exist. That is for sure.
Yeah.
All right, next up,
there's going to be a new live-action Mortal Kombat movie.
Fucking A.
Yes, in development by New Line Cinema, with pre-production set to begin next month.
Really? New Line?
Yeah. Did they do the original?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
Okay,
still have the rights to it. That's interesting.
The original was not very great, but I loved it.
It probably is the best video game movie.
No, it's not.
No, I don't think so.
What would you say?
I would say I haven't seen the Pokemon movie. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
everybody say that's
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
I would still say Silent Hill.
I like Silent Hill a lot too.
That movie's really good. I
It is
really love
good.
that movie.
That's good. That's fair.
Yeah, it's directed Simon Quaid, whatever. This is his first movie. I just looked his name up. He's never directed anything else.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? The writer's never written anything either.
Fantastic.
This is gonna be a piece of shit. It's gonna be a piece of shit.
Yeah, I'd rather Ed Boon write it. Fuck it.
It's gonna be a
Why
piece
not?
of it's gonna be a piece of shit. And Mortal Kombat is already just kind of trashy. You know what I mean?
Like, how was the story to the? Have you even finished the story?
Yeah, come on. It's the first thing I did, right? Like, it's the first thing I did. And it's like...
If this doesn't feature Jax reversing slavery, I don't want to watch this movie.
It's like...
You know what we're doing here.
It's like Big Trouble in Little China. Like, that's what Mortal Kombat is. It's
Good,
Big
that's
Trouble
what I
in Little
want.
China.
The fuck?
But
Yes.
not as good.
Oh.
And like not as racist.
Oh.
But you know, like the Asian people are the heroes, but the white guy is kind of like the center of it. And
Wait, Johnny Cage?
Johnny Cage is his family is
The Cage family? Like, cause Sonya, he had didn't he have
and then fucking Ronda Rousey's in it, and she fucking stinks.
Oh God, yeah.
She stinks.
Why is she Sonya Blade? She hasn't earned that.
No, and she
Because
stinks
she's
because she's famous.
yeah.
Yeah.
She stinks, like literally stinks.
I've never met her.
But yeah,
I can't speak. I can't
it's
say that.
look, Mortal Kombat is trash.
Ronda Rousey doesn't wash her legs in the shower.
God,
Jack,
that series
I got
of
a question.
fucking Facebook things makes me want to throw the fuck
okay,
up.
So you do watch
We were,
it.
dude, we were talking about this when I drove up here today. Whoever keeps posting that shit on the internet, I don't wash from the knees down. Get the fuck out. Light yourself on fire, motherfucker. Who are these people that aren't washing themselves?
These are your people.
Dude,
These
they
are
kind of
your
are,
people.
yeah.
No, it's not us.
I've
It's
never
you.
heard of something.
I just think it's all people.
We use
Is
wash
it
rags,
specifically
yeah.
white people?
No, it
Is that
seems
what's
to be.
happening?
This seems to be a white thing.
This is a white thing. Yeah.
I've never.
Bro.
Like, I know white folks that don't use wash rags.
Holy fuck, dude. Get
I've
out
never
of
heard
here.
of not washing your legs in the shower.
No
That's
shit. Who's like, I don't wash from the crotch down. Get out of my house. Put yourself on a fucking space shuttle and get off the plane.
I don't understand.
I don't fucking get it. It's like, well, the water's running down my body anyway. It's gonna clean it off naturally.
no.
That's not how life
You are
works.
disgusting.
Yo, if you just don't use soap and I just take you out back and hose you down, you're not clean. You're wet. You're not clean.
Why don't you just
the
walk
soap-
out in the rain at that point?
They probably
but
they just put shorts on and it's like,
The soap
wow.
runs down your legs and it gets all the dirt off. That's not how things work.
Just via
Apparently, that's how they think.
just via
that's
like
fucking
inertia.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard,
Yeah,
by the way.
it's pretty gross.
There's a lot of white people walking around in America with dirty ass legs. That's all I know.
didn't
You guys
know-
love wearing
fucking
shorts
gross.
too, which
Yeah,
is fucking
God
gross.
damn,
Fucking
yo.
gross.
I didn't know that was a thing. I swear to God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, your people are really fucking up.
Like, wash your feet too, you know?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I
Yeah.
can talk about it. Well,
Yeah, that's why I
let's wait for
showed
the
it to
movie. And is that confirmed?
Apparently.
All right, we'll talk about movie and TV news.
So, yeah, Mortal Kombat is going to be terrible.
Hey, didn't they just try to reboot this like a year ago?
Oh, Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
No,
They
had
couldn't get it off the ground.
The
they had
Netflix
the-
thing.
they
I mean,
had
not the
the-
Netflix, the YouTube.
Yeah, they had that YouTube
Those were kinda
series.
dope.
I liked them.
Yeah.
I liked them at first, but then they started to
Yeah.
kind of
But,
get
like,
whack.
I don't think this is going to... But James Wan is producing it, so...
Yeah. I
It
like
might
James
be,
Wan.
it might be, you know... James Wan is good.
I'll watch him another Mortal Kombat movie. I mean, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
But Annihilation...
Better get the martial arts right.
it's a bunch of ninjas.
Look,
But Annihilation
here's the thing.
was one of the worst movies
It
I've
sure
ever seen.
was.
Oh,
I
it
saw
was
that in the
horrible.
movie theater.
I did not.
I remember it vividly. That's how bad
and
it was.
I hurt myself.
Yeah.
It's awful. Here's the thing. You have to just hire martial artists. Look, they're ninjas. You can't see
Yeah,
their
they're
face.
all covered up. They
Just
don't
hire
really-
martial artists.
That's what they did that worked so well in that first movie because the two guys who played the ninjas were confirmed excellent martial
Yeah, and
artists.
they went on to do like WMAC Masters.
Right. And you had
Like Chris Casamassa and
Yeah,
the other guy.
yeah.
I know those guys.
and thank you for saying his name, Chris Casamassa. It's like calling Beetlejuice. Nobody said that name out loud in years.
right now he's like,
You're like, oh shit. His ears are ringing. Like, what the fuck?
someone say my name.
Whoever the guy is that played Liu Kang's legit martial artist, those movies were good.
Yeah.
You know?
For the first one.
Yeah, the second one,
nah.
you will die.
Yeah. The second one had Saber from American Gladiators.
Yeah, they replaced Johnny Cage too and tried to pretend that didn't happen, so they killed the actor in the first 3 minutes because it was played by somebody different.
They replaced Sonya and didn't kill her off for some strange reason. All right, whatever.
Yeah, that movie sucked. I support this though. I can see it.
Yep,
This movie's going to be a piece of shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Next up, this is
amazing.
Chris Rock.
No one is more excited about this news.
Fucking amazing.
You immediately put this on the docket.
Yes,
I didn't even have to.
Chris Rock is rebooting the Saw series.
That's fine.
Let me repeat that. Chris Rock, the comedian, is going to reboot the Saw franchise with Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures.
Today I learned that Chris Rock is a psychopath.
Is going to reboot the Saw series.
Like comedy comes from pain, man. Like
that's not what this means.
No, nigga, go ahead.
You're talking about drama. Like, oh, my dad isn't a nice guy. I want to put this person into a ring that rips their fucking throat out.
Hell yeah! Like,
go ahead, Micah. Go ahead and defend this nonsense.
What is more hilarious?
Chris Rock.
What is more hilarious than a group of people on a carousel and they're essentially playing musical chairs, and as the carousel is spinning around, when it stops, a shotgun shoots one of them in the face. Look at you! You're laughing.
I mean, he's making a solid point. He's making
you're making good points, but it's Chris Rock.
Hilarious. Yo,
when was the last time that nigga was in a fucking horror movie at all?
First of all,
he doesn't have a horror pedigree like fucking Jordan Peele.
He ain't gonna be in it.
No, he's not in it. He's producing.
Fine. That's fine.
Why does he...
Look, before Get Out, nobody knew Jordan Peele was a psycho.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true.
Yeah. What if there's a new thing on the horizon of black comedians taking over horror and just making them great? What a weird Dave Chappelle takes over the Halloween franchise.
Like when Danny McBride did the Halloween redo.
Yeah, he did.
He wrote it.
You're right.
He wrote part of it.
Oh, which was
Dave Chappelle is Freddy Krueger.
I mean,
you know what? Maybe comedians are the right people to point to.
I mean, and that was really good.
Yeah,
like that reboot was really fucking dope.
Yeah,
like I really liked it. I mean,
goddamn,
but it's Chris
right.
Rock.
I'm telling you, yo, don't look. Chris Rock is not a good actor. Right?
No, that's not his thing.
Don't confuse.
Like I really enjoyed. What was that? What was the last movie he did? I don't know if it was the last movie he did.
Down to Earth.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Wow. That is
top
one.
5 is the
top 5.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, top 5.
But he just played himself. He was
essentially,
yeah, he played himself. Wasn't it the one where he became a white guy?
I can't remember. I remember who was the head of state when he was the president.
I like that movie. That's how much I like. That's how much I like politics. I like head of state. It's ridiculous.
It was funny. Like Bernie Mac with his fucking
his
visor.
Yeah. It was his VP.
He slapped
people. See that at the train station? Shit was great.
That shit was funny. I mean,
when Chris Rock came to us and described in chilling detail his fantastic vision that reimagines and spins off the world of the notorious Jigsaw Killer, we were all in, says Lionsgate chairman Joe Drake. I am all about this.
Look, let me tell you exactly why Joe Drake was excited. Because of the next sentence. Saw is one of our highest grossing horror franchises of all time. We need to figure out a way to get more of these movies made.
Here's the problem
Chris Rock
with Saw. Like, Tobin Bell, I love Tobin Bell as Jigsaw.
You want to play a game?
Yeah, but he's dead, right?
Is he?
Oh, he's been dead since the third one.
Is he?
Yeah, but
7 of them bitches.
Is he dead?
Yeah,
Is he?
He's dead, but then like one of them had they did like a fucking flashback when he came back. Mm-hmm. And then what's the guy? Costas Mandalore or whatever the fuck took over for him.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that nigga.
No, I don't like him either.
It wasn't Carrie Elwes as his secret.
I think he came back for one of them. Because he couldn't.
Yeah. He came back. Yeah, he came back in the last
foot.
Yeah, he came back in the last. He came back in the last movie.
Yeah, because they saw the fan theories that he was his secret apprentice, and the producers were like, you know what's a good idea? That one, and then go ahead. They went ahead and shot that movie, and
those two movies are so fucking ridiculous.
I've only seen the first 3 or 4 of them. I want to watch the rest of them.
Yo, they're so funny.
They're fucking bizarre.
So funny.
They're crazy.
They're all right.
So
I
worth
love
watch.
the first one. Like I
like the first one.
I
I enjoyed
watched the first one.
You and I saw that in theaters, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, in
I remember seeing, like, I've told the story before. I remember seeing the first one, and somebody, when we were walking out, somebody like, I saw that coming from a mile away. I wanted to punch him in his throat.
No, you didn't.
Like, no, you didn't, nigga. No, you didn't. You didn't.
No
You
one
just
did.
didn't.
No one did.
Like, when the guy gets up off the fucking, like, no, you fucking didn't, yo. I want to fight you, yo.
yeah, because everybody was like, what the fuck?
Like, I wanted to fight that dude so bad.
And that guy grew up to be Malcolm in our fan group. I'm just fucking with you.
But yeah, I mean, I guess, look, Chris Rock, fine,
Can you
whatever.
imagine? Can you imagine for 1 second
Whisper of a Dream.
Chris Rock as the Jigsaw Killer?
Yes. Yes, I could. Yeah,
I would
could.
go see it. Fuck it.
100%.
I would see it.
100%. You want to play a game? Relax.
Like,
Do you want to play a game?
Now I kind of need him to be in these movies.
I'd see it.
Yeah, why not?
Life or death? Make your choice.
I kind of need other black comedians to get involved in this.
Want the key? Hide in the book. Niggas don't read.
God damn it. Oh, fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
Hellraiser brought to you by Steve Harvey.
No, don't do that.
Let's just
like,
flip all the racial dynamics of all horror movies, and the new Candyman be a white guy.
Okay.
It's scarier anyway.
Isn't Jordan Peele is doing that, isn't
Is he
I
doing a
don't
new
know. Is he
Candyman?
producing it?
he? Yeah, I think he is.
You sure?
I don't think he's directing it, but I thought he was.
Who's playing Candyman again?
It's,
what's his name?
the dude who's-
Mateen Abdul Maheen or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not going to have what's his face?
No.
He's Black Manta.
Yeah, the guy playing that right now.
Oh yeah,
I think, at least.
No, it definitely is him.
It isn't? Okay.
It is him.
yeah.
Tony, what's the name of the original Candyman?
Tony Todd.
Thank
Tony
you.
Todd.
Tony Todd.
That's
He gave his blessing, though. He was
a
like,
great movie.
It was a good movie.
Never seen
We used to torture my best friend with that movie when we were kids.
Yeah, you sound like real great friends.
I didn't say we were good friends.
No, you didn't. All right, next up.
Finally, a fifth and final installment of The Purge will unleash chaos in summer of 2020.
Yes! I love these movies. They're fucking dumb as shit, but I love these
But
movies.
yeah, they're entertaining. That last one was great.
Yeah. That black dude with
And Black Rambo just destroyed all those fucking white supremacists.
Fucking
That was
Jamal
so good.
McClane.
Have you seen it, Jack? You should see it. You
The
should
first
see it.
Purge?
The
I have
first
not
Purge?
seen any of the Purge movies.
damn.
Really?
None of them.
They're fun. They're fun.
No, that's not true. I saw part of the first one because it had Ethan Hawke, right? I remember
Hawke,
watching
yeah.
some of
That one is easily the worst because it's...
Because it makes no fucking sense.
Well, none of them make sense in fairness, but it's only because that one's hyper-focused on a family staying in a house. All the other ones leave their house, and then it just goes to fucking bonkersville in all of them. The last one is really good because there's like an interesting racial message about it. It's like they're trying to... It's supposed to be it's a prequel. It's the very first Purge.
Okay.
And so they're basically using the Purge to kill a bunch of poor brown folks in Staten Island.
Yeah.
And so like they start to fight back, and basically, there's like Jamal McClane. Like literally the last third of the movie is this black dude who's a drug dealer. He literally ends up, all his friends get murdered or whatever. He ends up in a wife beater with the fucking bag headed towards this building to take down all these guys. Like literally dressed like the Klan and like
one white guy was dressed in blackface.
in blackface because they're all pretending to
It's
be racist.
very heavy-handed.
Oh, it's super heavy-handed, and he takes a giant machete and kills all of them. It's beautiful.
It's so
Watch
great.
that.
Yeah. Like, if they had just played the Black National Anthem just lightly underneath the entire
What is the
sequence-
Black National Anthem?
Lift every
Voice and sing. Yes.
Yo, I kind of want to see that now.
like, if somebody could just edit that, we could do that, actually. We were capable of that kind of editing. With just that lightly playing underneath with that fucking meme of, like, Martin Luther King's, like ghost looking over the spot. You're doing what I asked you to do.
So the final Purge is coming out on Friday, July 10th of 2020.
I will be there to see that.
DeMonico is going to be writing. He's the guy that did like the last 2 or 3.
Yeah, he's been
Rented
fucking
Chapter,
nailing it.
his Blumhouse and Platinum Dunes processing. Yeah, what is it about?
This has got to be when they kill all the
Is
politicians.
it about what happens at 8:01 when the purge is over?
No, it just stops. Everyone just goes back.
Yeah, everyone goes back to go to fucking Starbucks and get their coffee.
They're like, hey, what's going on, dude?
How is that?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Never mind.
Exactly.
Never mind.
Between 8 and 8, everything is legal. And you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Rape, murder.
Right. But I'm
You
sorry,
can't kill politicians.
And then at 8 o'clock in the morning, everything is...
because they've got like referees in black and white shirts on the streets, blowing whistles, making sure everybody stops right.
There's a loud siren across the United States.
Over the entire United States. No, all right,
Because-
this movie is nuts.
Okay. And then everybody stops. And then you just go to work with a person that tried to murder you
That
last
seems
night.
reasonable.
I'll see you next year, Terrence. You motherfucker.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
Cool. I'd be like,
but you did it at 8:02, so you're going to jail.
That seems like.
can you imagine that? You just stab a guy right and you're like,
At
come on.
7:59, and he doesn't die till 8:03. And then you go to jail. Like,
attempted
but it was... Okay, fuck
But
it,
the
whatever.
knife was in the last. All right.
Yeah, what if you're
Fine.
torturing somebody, you hang them at 7:59, and they wrigle around and die at 8:01?
Yeah.
No, you're guilty.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you're guilty.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, you're going to
You're
jail.
going to jail.
You fucking criminal.
Should have just got you killing in earlier, man.
Just shoot him in the
Waiting
head
too long.
at 7:59 in 59 seconds.
So what do you think the plot is going to be?
This one's got to be where they
Make
take
it to the
down.
White House?
Yeah, and they
Or
kill
just
all of
go
them.
to all of the fucking, like, the governor's mansions and just murder everybody.
Well, they
All
got
50
to
states.
kill the new founding fathers. Like they're the ones who instituted the purge.
They're going to kill Donald Trump in this movie, right?
Oh no, undoubtedly.
gonna be a Donald
one of
Trump
the
analog.
one of the new founding fathers is absolutely a Donald Trump analog, and I hope. Like Jamal McClain is in this movie, and he needs to lop his fucking head off. Or you could just like pick a team of people that all weirdly resemble Democratic candidates. I would also be down with that. Like why is this who's this old lady from like Harvard? Like Liz Warren. Clink. Like yeah, I'm fine with it. That would be awesome. Fucking old white man yelling about soup. Bernie Sanders. Yeah. Bernard.
I think you're dumb.
Yeah, when he yelled at that kid, that was the fucking
Yeah,
good.
that shit is hilarious. Yeah.
Who of you are taking coke? Don't lie to me, dude. That was one of the funniest videos I've ever seen.
Do you kids like trees?
Watch
Yo,
old
get
man.
the fuck away
Yo,
from
that
me.
little girl was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuck out of here. I don't need this shit in my life.
Bernie was wild. That shit was
Fucking,
hilarious.
he's like, okay, well, I gotta see you later.
Well, I think you're dumb. Well, I think you're dumb. God damn. All right, movie and TV news this week. This just came out.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Robert Pattinson to play the Batman in Matt Reeves' movie. This is a wild choice.
Like, he's become, like, I've never seen any of the Twilight movies.
Don't bother.
But
He's in some
he's
decent
become
stuff after.
He's
very,
a very,
very
good
good
actor.
actor.
He is.
Do you think so?
Yeah, he
No,
is.
he's a
dude.
good actor.
What
What movie was it? What was
Good Time. You
Yeah,
should watch
yeah.
a movie called Good Time. He's very fucking good now.
is that the one where he's in the space jail or something?
Is that
No.
the one where he's in the projects in Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got, like, the...
God damn it. Yeah, it's him and his brother. They try to rob a bank, and his brother is mentally slow or what have you.
Okay.
And his brother gets arrested, and it's him. It's like this weird sort of psychedelic kind of drug infused kind of movie. He's trying to get his brother out and like help his brother, but it's like this night in. No, it's not Chicago. It's in New York, I think. And
I was just making a good times joke.
keeping your hand above water.
all right, great, thanks. Ned the Wino is not in this. And he's
That's
trying.
like Jesus.
This is Jesus. But he's trying to get his brother. He's trying to get his brother back, but also like trying to like get this money and also this shit. But it's a very good movie, and he's very good in it. Like the thing is, I'm not worried about his acting. Pattinson, I think, is actually a good actor.
You gotta put on some weight.
He needs
He's gonna
to
have the
eat.
Marvel diet.
Yeah, he needs to eat a lot. But at the same time, didn't think Chris Evans would be the fucking Captain America that we got. So I don't know.
Yeah, but then again, that's Marvel casting, and they
Agreed.
have earned a pass.
Agreed.
I don't know if DC gets that kind of benefit of the doubt at this point.
No, they don't.
They're not going to get the benefit of the doubt, but it'll depend on what he looks like in the role. Like, I mean, if the trailer looks dope, look, I don't care what, look, I think DC is massively fucking up. That Joker movie looks good to me. It just
it
does.
does.
It looks good.
I can't wait to hear his Batman voice.
Hey, everybody! Stop right there, crime!
I just don't see this.
1, so he's tall enough.
Yeah.
I don't see this, but I've been wrong before, so I hope that he does a good job because I love the Batman.
He's got to eat a lot of fucking chicken.
Yeah. Chicken breast and broccoli are in your future, dude.
Like,
And a lot
weren't
of
we
sweet
complaining
potatoes.
that Ben Affleck was a little too big?
He was a little too big.
Like, don't we need a lean, because Batman's a ninja, right? Don't we need a lean guy?
Yeah, you never had one on film, though, really.
Well,
I guess Christian Bale.
I mean, Bale was closer.
Plus, he's thin enough where you could put a suit on him and he'll look proportioned.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Ben Affleck was what happens when The Rock pretends to be Batman. He was gigantic. He looked good in Batman versus Superman.
Yo,
he did not Justice League. He was just like,
he looked like he was wearing one of them sumo suits that you just kind of run around in.
Yeah,
you know?
They forgot that Dark Knight Returns Batman exists in that world by himself and not,
Right.
with the rest of the mainstream heroes for a reason. Because he doesn't. That movie, it was a little bit ridiculous. And I love Ben Affleck. I wish I could apologize for him, but he has the dumbest back tattoo the world's ever seen.
oh, he does. It's like a phoenix, right?
I'm out of excuses for Ben Affleck. I think it is a phoenix.
I just looked up Robert Pattinson's height and weight. He's 6'1" and he's 165 pounds. He's gonna have to put on like 45 pounds.
Yeah.
You better start.
He's gonna have to get like 210 at least.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
Like he doesn't need to be fucking Ben Affleck weight. But
Kermit Helicopter is up here. We need you somewhere in the here range.
Yeah. Look, just climb on a helicopter. That's all right. Without breaking it.
Pull yourself up.
He can get to Chris Evans' weight or like size, and that will be fine. He doesn't need to be Ben Affleck because Evans is not huge. He's
Evans is not big.
muscular.
Yeah, he wasn't big. He wasn't big before he started. I mean, look, let's get real. They're gonna put him on steroids, and he's gonna eat a lot.
Right. He's gonna gain like.
They better
40
make me fucking believe it with this casting choice. That's all I'm saying. I really hope this is somehow an inspired casting choice.
Look, I mean, at the same time, I would never have seen Heath Ledger as the Joker. I never would have.
Right. And nobody would have ever seen half of the Marvel characters as their respective heroes. So
fucking Downey. Downey's a perfect
Chris
example.
Evans, Downey, all of them.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt, the fat guy from Parks and Rec, is going to be a superhero. You know what I mean? Like all those casting choices.
No, he isn't. But yeah, it works. So like that's the thing. I hope people. I get that it's DC, but look. I'll give it a chance. Like, here's the thing. The dude is a good actor. He really is. And also, Matt Reeves is a really good fucking director. I gave a fuck about those goddamn monkeys in those movies.
Yeah.
Those Planet of the Apes movies were great. Or the two that he did. Which I hope somebody picks up and keeps going with those, because those are very good. All right. Next up from there, Peter Jackson says that he turned down doing Aquaman twice from Warner Brothers. I'm fine with that, actually.
Yeah.
Aquaman was fine. Like it was good enough. Although I think he would have made it super epic, I'm sure.
It didn't really need
and
that.
It'd be like 7 hours long.
Yeah.
Right. It was already
as
too long.
As opposed to 2.5.
Right. And also, look, after those last Hobbit movies, you can sit down for a second, Peter Jackson. Like you can just take it easy. Just take it easy. Yeah. So I don't feel like that was a loss. I think James Wan did a good job. Next up, look, my skepticism for this is high. Taika Waititi's adaptation of Akira begins filming in July. I think Taika Waititi is a very good director. I do. I don't know if Akira is filmable from like a satisfying perspective. I just don't.
I don't think it needs to be done.
I would also agree with that.
Yeah. It's the adaptation of the manga is the perfect adaptation of a manga to anime. There's very, I mean, again, I'm not
because he wrote it
a huge Japanophile or anything, and I haven't I'm not Carrie, and I have watched every manga and read. That's the opposite. Let me start over. So with Akira, I think that it's going to be very, very hard to get a quality adaptation of that in a way that's going to satisfy anybody.
Do you think you can do it? I don't think you can do it in one movie.
Well, you remember this was supposed to happen, and then Chronicle came out, and everybody was like, "Oh, they just did that, so I guess we don't need to do Akira right now."
Yeah, that was not a good adaptation of Akira at all. That was bad.
Akira is 2 hours and 5 minutes.
The anime?
The anime.
Have any of you've all seen it, right?
I've seen it countless times. Actually.
Here's the biggest problem with it, though.
It's fucking
What is
crazy.
it about? Right.
It's crazy.
It's very difficult.
Because I don't know.
We've all seen it multiple times. I've got images of it flashing through my head.
Pretty,
it is very visually interesting, but a 2-hour movie isn't going to be able to get away with that, especially not a live action adaptation.
Look,
I just want to see someone yell Tetsuya and Kaneda.
Everybody wants to see that bike, and everybody wants to see the gun.
Yeah, everybody wants to, yeah. Everybody thinks they want this.
I don't think they really do.
I don't think they do.
No,
Look,
all of that CGI is all of those images of the bodies melting and the images coming, that big Katamari thing that happens at the end. Is
that's
basically
gonna be
what it is.
Wild.
It's just not gonna. It's not gonna look
so
good.
gross, dude.
Yeah, it's gross.
Right, here's the synopsis. In 1988, the Japanese government drops an atomic bomb on Tokyo after ESP experiments on children go awry. In 2019, 31 years after the nuking of the city, Kaneda, a bike gang leader, tries to save his friend Tetsuo from a secret government project. He battles anti-government activists, greedy politicians, irresponsible scientists, and a powerful military leader until Tetsuo's supernatural powers suddenly manifest. A final battle is fought in Tokyo's Olympiad, exposing the experiment's secrets.
Oh, so the end of it is supposed to be like the conspiracy becomes visible and everybody knows the government's...
Yeah, it's all right.
I've seen that movie a dozen times, and that's the first time that I've ever put that shit together.
What is happening in this movie?
And I don't mean to make this sound like that's the all-encompassing problem with that media, with not the form of media, but that particular part, that Akira's part of the media. But it's just... I just can't see them making a quality movie out of it.
Here's the thing.
They all have to be Japanese.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to hear that.
If it's any kind of like American or any British, you can't do that.
You don't want Scarlett Johansson?
Like, it's gonna have to be in fucking subtitles.
No, she should be every character in this movie.
Like, it's gonna have to be subtitled.
I don't even care.
Yes.
I don't even.
I feel
here's
like
the
it
thing.
should
I don't even care if it's subtitled or not. But everyone in this movie has to be Asian.
Yeah.
They absolutely have
It's
to.
called Akira.
So,
Right.
You think America won't do it? You think Zac Efron and
supposed to be
Scarlett
Garrett-
Johansson
yeah.
won't play Tetsuo and Kaneda?
It was Garrett Hedlund from Tron Legacy that was
No,
supposed to play
fuck
Kaneda
off,
in the original adaptation of that.
Hey, here's my friend Kaneda.
Yeah.
Yo, you are mad white. Your name is like Braden. Braden, Jaden. Nah, yo, knock it off.
Yeah.
Like, they need to be Asian.
Yep.
That needs to be a part of it. They need to lean into the insanity of this. Here's the thing. This is not going to be a blockbuster because it's too fucking crazy.
And that's
dude.
how it's going to get marketed, and that's how the money on it is going to be spent. And I think that's why it's just going to be so disappointing for everybody. Like,
It's crazy. It came out 31 years ago. So again, like, where's the market? Who's the audience?
right.
Oh, wow. That's really funny because the movie takes place in 2019 as
Right.
well. That's why.
But the movie's not going to come out until like 2021 or whatever.
Good. It should never come out.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not into this.
I've never read the manga, but
Me either, actually.
but apparently, like, I've seen images of it. Like, it is, every page is hyper fucking detailed, like everything. So when he did adapt it, because Otomo is the guy who wrote it, also did the movie. When he adapted it, it was kind of like, it was easier for him because it's like, okay, well, these are all of the images,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like, point by point. But I don't know that Japanese anime can truly translate to an American audience. It might do really well in Japan, and it might do well in Asia and things like that. But I don't know, like, the reason why we don't get all of the intricacies of that movie is because it's just not of our culture.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I'm sure the Marvel movies, like, we get more out of it because it's of American culture. I'm sure Japanese people are like, yeah, I know these movies are great, but like, yo, I'm missing like 15% of this. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, just because the references and shit like that are just so deeply ingrained.
Yeah.
So, look, I don't think it needs to happen. I like Taika Waititi. I like Akira. I'll see it.
Yeah.
But I am almost positive this is going to be a mess.
Yeah, I agree.
So we'll see. I do want to see that bike though.
Yeah, for sure.
They should sell that bike. People are going to definitely die on it though. Next up, or lastly, Disney takes over full control of Hulu. It's kind of an interesting story. Basically, Comcast was like, look, Comcast owns NBC Universal now. And so they're selling their portion of Hulu to Disney in 5 years, but they're giving up all of their power in Hulu, like decision making and stuff on the board, to Disney immediately. So,
Interesting.
because of that, Disney now has pretty much full control. Or I think it's actually even maybe be 100%. But it was interesting because people were like, "Oh, Disney's taking over and all this stuff." I'm like, yo, they already had 60+%, like when they bought Fox. But now I was reading another article from Hulu employees. There's like 2,000 employees. Yo, they're happy because they're like, good, because having the board of all those companies made the company shit because everyone like couldn't make decisions. So they're like, good, finally, like one direction. But it looks like Bob Iger, head of Disney, and some other folks at Disney are like, look, this is going to be like Disney Plus is our like kid friendly shit. Like, yeah, it's cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And all the Hulu is all the dark, dirty shit that you really want to see. Did you like The Punisher and all that other shit? Well, that's where all that fucked up shit is going to be when we do those things. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting because they're talking about. I think it was something like they have 20. Yeah, right now Hulu has 27 million paid subscribers on the service. They are planning by, I think, like 2024 to have that up to like 40 million.
Wow. Because
they're going to do all this bundling and shit like that with Disney Plus. So look for a lot of things to get moved over to Hulu, all your adult shit. So like all these people were so concerned that Disney Plus wasn't going to have all this stuff. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter because that's where it'll be on Hulu.
That's cool.
So there you go.
Good deal.
I'm more than okay with it, but yeah, we'll see. I'm very interested to see how Disney Plus and Hulu is bundled come November when Disney Plus is launched. No question of the week this week. What the fuck brought to you by JTD? Micah, take it away.
Be aware, there's rats. Workers in state office building describe constant pest infestation. Oh, God damn it. Where's this fucking... How do I skip this survey bullshit?
Just pick one. Who cares?
God damn it.
No, YouTube. I haven't seen any of these shows.
No, I don't know what's going
on. All right. A bunch of fucking rodents are in an office building. Where do you think it is? Don't click on the story because it immediately tells you where it is.
Rodents in a convenience store? Is that what you said?
In an office building.
Oh man, I've heard of some news stories recently about some rats making horrible decisions for our country, so it's got to be Alabama.
It's a solid choice.
I really want that to be the right answer, but it isn't. You're close though.
Oh,
is it close?
Yeah.
Arkansas, Mississippi?
Nope.
Tennessee.
Texas.
Okay.
On January 16th, an employee at the Texas Department of Insurance noticed an unwelcome pest in her 5th floor office in one of the towers of downtown Austin's William P. Hobby Jr. State Office Building. Her maintenance work order described the encounter. Rat was in the ceiling and just poked its head out and looked at everybody.
Said, yo, what the fuck is
Keep
up?
it down!
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep.
Just one of hundreds of work orders submitted to the Texas Facilities Commission, which functions as the property manager for many state buildings. Apparently, they, in one order, ants were dropping from the ceiling onto an employee's hands while she worked at a computer. In another, an employee put on a coat at the end of the day, and a live rat just jumped out of her pocket.
No, you'll burn that whole building.
Nope.
Yep. Other work orders describe cockroaches crawling across desks.
No, yo.
In urinals and jumping out of desk drawers.
Oh, you get the fuck
Some
out of here.
employees reported being bitten by bugs while in the office. And employees often reported hearing rats moving around the ceiling, probably fucking like we do. As Martin Lawrence says in what the fuck is that movie? Bad Boys
2.
Yo, they fuck like we do.
Bad Boys 2.
Nah, yo. That's gross, Texas.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I don't.
All them guns y'all got in Texas and y'all.
Anyway, that's a good point.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not down with that.
Yo, a rat jumped out of a woman's coat pocket.
Nah, you gotta burn that. You gotta burn that building.
That is end of this. That is it. That's it.
Yep.
Yo, a rat jumped out and game over. Game over. Terrence, I think you're up.
Neck stretches causes 28-year-old man to suffer a major stroke.
Neck stretches?
Okay, that's weird.
Better than his dick. I thought that's where, I mean, there's a JTD story.
the JTD.
He would just be
Yeah,
like yanking it and just like,
I
oh.
thought it was somebody poked their eye out with their dick, and here it is. And a spider came and ate it.
I mean, arguably, that's the story next week.
Everyone feels the need to stretch their neck every once in a while, but in rare case, it can cause more than a satisfying pop. A 28-year-old man ended up in the hospital after tearing his vertebral artery by stretching his neck to alleviate neck soreness.
What?
Josh Hader was working from his home when he felt a familiar soreness in his neck and tried to alleviate it, as he had done many times before, by stretching his... I do that shit every day.
Like
I do not.
stretching upwards? How are we stretching it? What are we talking about? I've done
know.
that. Yeah, I do that all the time.
I don't know. I just...
Only this time, as he used his hand to apply a bit more pressure, his head, he heard a loud pop and instantly knew something was wrong.
Oh no!
His left side went numb almost immediately, so he quickly checked to see if his face was drooping.
God damn. He fucking worked
One of
himself
the
into a
most common
stroke.
signs of a stroke. His face looked fine, though, so he assumed he must have just pinched a nerve. And he went to get some ice packs. That's when he noticed he couldn't walk straight.
God damn.
Just spinning in circles in front of the couch.
Damn. What's this person's name?
No, you can't give a name.
I can't give a name.
You can't even give a name.
Is it going to give away the location?
Nah.
All right.
His name is Josh Hader.
All right, so what state is that in? Because
That's a Florida. This is a Florida-ass story.
nah, but I don't think people in Florida are smart enough to be working from home.
Do people in Florida have homes? I'm going California.
Oh, my goodness.
They're not smart enough to win them. God damn.
You know what? This sounds like some fucking. This sounds like some northeastern shit to me.
Fair. Yeah.
So yeah, New England.
Oklahoma.
Oh,
As I'm walking
Well, you're
to the
right. I guess
kitchen-
the Floridians are not smart enough to work from home. That's one of the most wildest digs against Florida. Yeah, y'all can't even work from home. You're too stupid. Like,
As I'm walking to the kitchen, I quite literally could walk only at about a 45-degree angle. 28-year-old Hader told KOCO, I literally couldn't walk straight. It was almost walking just straight to the left. I was almost walking just straight to the left. By the time Josh's father-in-law arrived to drive him to the hospital, his condition had worsened significantly and he wasn't able to walk at all.
wow.
A CT scan showed that there was no bleeding in his brain, but doctors confirmed that he was having a stroke and that he needed to receive a. God, yo, we need fucking editors, yo. Jesus Christ.
This person was having a stroke.
He needed to receive a drug known as tissue plasminogen activator, or TPA, which dissolves blood clots. Josh was transferred to Mercy Hospital, where he remained in the intensive care unit for several days until being moved to a rehabilitation center where he learned to walk again. That sucks.
I don't care for. Look, a lot of people don't know this. Just do neck training. Like, don't fuck your neck up. Just do neck training. Just relax. That don't move your head like that. Like that's a bad idea.
you know one of the worst, one of the most biting insults that I've ever received in my life. I was told that I must have real strong neck muscles to hold up my big ass head. Yeah. That shit kind of hurt, yo.
Yeah. That's fucked up for your mom to say that to you.
That shit really hurt me, man. God damn.
Honey, I thought it was our anniversary.
I'm the father of your child. That's funny. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Who said that to you?
This was in like middle school or high school or some shit like that.
That's probably you then.
Yeah. Probably your ass.
It probably was. I mean, it doesn't sound that different from what I would say. Next up, drunk man throws up tumor, gets scared, swallows it back down.
Yo, come on, yo.
Yo, I hate the entire world. The unnamed man had allegedly been feeling discomfort in his throat for some time, but since it didn't hinder his breathing or swallowing too much, he never sought medical attention. Brilliant. However, last week, after having one too many drinks, the man started feeling nauseous. That was hardly unusual after a long drinking session. Only this time, he was getting ready to throw up. The 63-year-old felt a sharp pain in his lower throat, followed up by a disturbing presence of a large piece of meat in his mouth. Strangely enough, the fleshy mass seemed to be attached to something, so the drunk man couldn't cough it out. So he did the next best thing. He chugged a glass of water and swallowed it back. Luckily, the man had enough sense. That's an interesting word to use. To actually see a doctor after the bizarre incident. After hearing his story and conducting an endoscopic exam, doctors at a local hospital discovered that the mysterious mass was a tumor growing at the top of his esophagus. And the man had described the mass that popped into his mouth when he threw up as a long forked tongue, which makes sense considering the tumor was 15 centimeters long. Any idea location? By the way, 15 centimeters, that is 6 inches long.
Russia.
All right, well, 15 centimeters,
6
so
inches.
it's not
It's
America.
not America because it's the fucking
Right.
materials. India.
I see that.
Russia, India. Where are you going there, buddy?
Good lord.
Some like Southeast Asia, like Vietnam. Fuck it. Fuck it.
No, Micah, it's Laos. No, it's not Laos. It's not Laos. It's China.
China.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All right. That makes sense.
I mean, like, with these what the fuck stories, if you fire a gun at China on a map, you're gonna hit it 85% of the fucking time. Like, it's a lot of fucking bullshit going on over there. Can you imagine that being like, holy shit, what is that? Ah, fuck it. Eat it again? What are you, out of your mind?
How drunk do you have to be?
You gotta be.
I mean, what else are you gonna do at that point?
Go to the fucking hospital.
Yeah, you go to the
immediately.
hospital when you just have it hang out your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
No, I just put a bullet in my head.
That's fair.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Like, yo, look at this hanging out my mouth, yo. Like,
Yo, if I cough up a 6-inch fucking fork tongue mass, I am going to die. Like, self-inflicted wound. I will throw myself out of the closest window because something is wrong. Because I am in the middle of a Hellraiser movie brought to you by D.L. Hughley.
Steve Hartman is Pennywise.
I thought that was a pretty good call. Man. I thought that wasn't bad. I was like, fuck, I gotta come up with a black comedian. All right, Jack. You're up.
Rare condition leaves woman unable to hear men's voices.
probably fucking happy.
A woman in
Wait, whoa. Rare
That doesn't
disease.
make any
My
goddamn
wife doesn't hear half the shit I say. Yeah, I know.
Right, where's this on my house? That's where the story takes place.
Silver Spring, Maryland.
That's funny. The woman from this particular country knew something was wrong when she woke up one morning and realized she could not hear anything her boyfriend said. She had been suffering from nausea and ringing in her ears the night before, but figured that a good night's sleep would make everything better, so she went to bed. All these people are retarded. Going to bed doesn't make anything better. When she woke up the next morning, she was
I can't hear
shocked.
anything. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, just gonna take a nap.
I know you're deaf.
I'm like, well, I can't hear anymore. Good night.
What? No, it's nap time. When she woke in the morning, she was shocked by the realization she could not hear what a word the man beside her was saying. The woman was rushed to a local hospital where an ENT specialist diagnosed her with a rare condition known as reverse slope hearing loss, which is low,
AKA freedom.
it's known as low frequency hearing loss. It affects about 1 in 13,000 people, and
so she just couldn't hear like deep voices.
yeah, you can't hear deep voices and
So she
other
could hear Jared
low
Kushner.
frequency.
Singing all of me.
Even better, the doctor that diagnosed the woman believes that her hearing loss may have been triggered by stress, probably due to her husband.
Fucking boyfriend.
Yeah.
Her trying to puncture her own eardrum. Shut up.
Doctors expect her to make a full recovery. Until then, the woman and her boyfriend will just have to learn to text each other or learn sign language. That is literally what it says.
Wow.
England.
Yeah, I was gonna say France.
Oh, boy.
That's funny. That's really fucking funny.
Where are women oppressed?
Everywhere.
Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama. We already brought up Alabama.
Let me bring up a map of the world. Throw a dart anywhere.
Throw a dart and hit the place. It's not happening.
Fuck it. Australia.
China.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what?
See,
You
again.
just said it.
Yeah,
You
it's just
just said
fucking
it.
shotgun
85% of the time, China.
1 billion people there, whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucked up nonsense going on.
Thanks for that, JTD. I missed you. Really appreciate all of these stories.
All right, let's get into trailers. That was good. Midsummer, like you put this up, did you?
Yeah, this looks really interesting to me. It is an upcoming 2019 American folk horror film written and directed by Ari Aster, the person who did Hereditary.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
The premise is an American couple.
They got mixed reviews.
An American couple, Christian and Danny, are having troubles in their relationship and decide to take a vacation in Sweden to a small village that is hosting a festival held once every 90 years. Unbeknownst to them, the festivities are made up of violent and disturbing pagan rituals.
Nope.
And the locals insist that they join in. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, I just
alley,
looked at the trailer, and then that last 15 to 20 seconds was fucking off the rails.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I just like to point out just something at second 23. This is exactly the face that should be made in this movie. The only black character is like, nigga, what? He's like, no. Y'all going?
It looks like Daniel Kaluuya.
It does.
It's like,
He was like, no, I'm not going.
I'm not.
Y'all
What's
tell
his
me
name
how
in
it
it,
is.
though? What's the guy from Detroit?
Yeah,
The guy that
the
really Will Poulter.
Poulter. Yeah. That kid's a really
He's a really good actor.
yeah. I liked him. I liked when I got to throw his ass off a balcony and Bandersnatch.
He's like, which one do you want to throw off? You or the other guy?
He was like,
why
don't
would I
need it.
throw my old self off?
Yeah, don't
Fuck
need
that.
it. I was like, oh, he'll come back. Nope.
Oh no, he's dead.
He's really dead.
Yeah,
this
this looks
good.
interesting. This looks really.
It looks right up your alley. That's why I put it up there.
Yeah, I might. When I'm like, what the fuck is this? But in that last 20 seconds, I'm like, oh.
Does this give you like feelings of what's the Nicolas Cage movie with the bees?
The Wicker Man?
Yeah.
No, this looks really good.
That's what I just said.
Look, if Will Poulter or whatever the hell his name is, if he runs around in a bear suit and just punches a woman in the face for no reason, yeah, I'll see it.
Yeah, I would see this. I will wait to hear Terrence's thought on it. If Terrence thinks it's pretty scary, I'm not seeing it.
This shit looks fucking wild, man.
It looks super wild. I like cults though. I find cults interesting.
Very strange.
I'm not going to any pagan festival in Europe ever.
Yeah, that looks insane. I haven't seen that before right now. That's crazy. All right, cool.
No thanks. Asian people finally getting their just due in Hollywood. Always Be My Maybe, starring Ali Wong and what's the dude's name?
Randall Park.
Yes,
Park.
I think it's Park.
Pack.
The dad from Fresh Off the Boat.
Yes, the dad from Fresh Off the Boat. This one is about
And Johnny Gat.
yeah, fucking Johnny Gat's in this movie. And your fucking boy Keanu Reeves making a fucking cameo at the end.
Yeah, he makes a cameo at the end.
Yeah.
Going to see this now.
It's on Netflix.
Side note, I think Keanu Reeves might be Jesus.
I think you're right. Did you hear what he said about the afterlife on
That's what I'm saying, yo.
The Late
What did he
Show?
say?
What's his name? The host said, "What do you think happens when you die?" And Keanu Reeves just sit there and was like,
Well, I come to
he
you.
was like,
Wait, what?
"I know that our loved ones will miss us."
It's just slow
Just like-
applause.
God damn!
Like, is that it? That's my answer. That's not an answer.
My father said I can't tell you
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. Go see John Wick 3. All right.
Yeah, yo.
Jesus
look,
comes back, but he's in really violent action movies.
look, I'd be
Jesus is
fi-
pissed.
I'd be fine. I'd be fine if he was Jesus as John Wick,
Yeah, that's not bad.
running around
sold.
shooting sinners in the face and shit.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Keanu should be in this. He should be in everything. I will now see this.
Ali Wong is hilarious.
She's
Yo, Ali
really
Wong
funny.
is one of the
really
funniest
fucking
comedians I've ever seen.
She's
in my
crass
entire
as
life.
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
She's always talking about getting fucked in the ass by her
I
husband.
highly recommend.
She's a fucking wild woman.
I highly
I'll
recommend her
check it out.
stand up.
She's a comedian.
As long as she doesn't name her child Genital Fisher.
Yeah.
Then
Is that real? Did she actually do that?
she did, because Amy Schumer's trash.
Yeah.
She named it what?
Jean Attell Fisher, a playoff of Genital Fisher.
That's not funny.
It's not funny.
Like when I turned 17,
Just
I'm
like
changing my fucking
Amy
name.
Schumer, it's not funny.
So which other kid did she steal that name from?
That was my original question.
She's a joke.
She's not funny.
No, she
Sorry.
really isn't.
Wow.
Ali Wong
Ali
is
Wong
actually
is funny?
funny. She's
Yeah,
actually
Schumer's
very
not.
funny. Yeah.
So she always be my
Also, Ali Wong, I find to be adorable.
Yeah, I kind of want to.
Yeah, all of that.
I kind of want to fuck Ali Wong. Yo. Like,
Is it the glasses? Is that what it is?
I don't know what it is. And like,
You know what it
like,
is? She's adorable, but she talks like a fucking
she seems
sailor.
like she
That's it.
knows how to get down. Like
She talks about it.
Like,
She was
right,
like, I like when
yeah.
my husband fucks me in the ass. I'm like, you're 8 months pregnant. This is very uncomfortable to watch. Keep going.
right. Like
Yeah, she's great. Her stand-up is fucking hilarious.
both of them.
Yeah, both of them are very good. But like in all seriousness, it's nice to see two Asian actors in a movie, in a romantic movie, just being like as romantic leads. That I think is the big part of this.
I'm not used to seeing
That's
two
why I
Asians
really like Crazy Rich
together.
Asians, 'cause
in
it
the
was
same
just-
movie. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One of them's usually Scarlett Johansson.
If you're trying to find a
It
movie
was just
with Asian
It
people.
was just a rom-com with Asian folks,
Yeah,
and it just worked.
yeah. It's on HBO. I was gonna watch it. My wife and I wanted to watch it this weekend. So.
Oh, the fucking Deadwood movie's coming. Speaking of HBO,
Oh yeah.
that's my jam.
Oh, I forgot. We didn't talk about it for Checked Out. We watched Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, for the first 2 episodes.
Ooh, that's a light show. Holy shit. Did you watch any of that?
Not yet.
Yo, there's a scene in the first episode, like shit's going down. Oh, fucking shit's blowing up and everything. And this guy's like, you're delusional. Nothing's happening. It's fine.
Yo, I wanted to punch that dude in the
Yo, he made me so mad. I'm like, yo, people are dying.
I wanted to fight that motherfucker. Yeah.
He's like, nah,
He's
you
like, nah,
delusional.
just put water in the fucking in the core. It's fine.
They were like, yo, the
Like,
core's
but the
gone.
core is going. It's like, no, it's not. Fuck you. Like, but it is though. It's like, nah, you fucking lying, nigga. Like, but it is.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not.
It was nuts.
Like, I wanted to fight him so bad.
And
And
then-
it's a fucking show.
It was so funny. He's like, there was a guy walking. He's like, I'm gonna go look for my friend, and his buddy's coming up the stairs, and like all hell is taking place around him. And he's like, hey, is everything all right? And his friend's like, oh, vomits blood right on him.
in
It's
his
just like,
face.
bro. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's nuts.
It's really fucking.
Yeah,
My only criticism for that show, everyone has British accents, and it bothers me. It's in Russia.
that's weird.
What
Yeah.
the
The
fuck?
majority of them
Weird.
Like the second episode, like the dude is clearly fucking he's clearly fucking British.
Yeah, he's like, oh, God. Now I'm like, yo, this is in the middle
the
of
whole
Russia.
thing, right? That last sequence where they get to send the 3 guys because of like it's about what happens. Like it's about the actual explosion, but what happens afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll
There's
cover
a
up
scene
and
at the
shit.
very end where like these 3 guys they're going to die. Because they have to go down to like
Turn
seal
these
something.
things
Yeah, they
off.
have to turn these things off. If there's going to be an explosion that blows up like half of fucking Europe or whatever. I don't know what the fuck happened. So it's the
Yeah,
3 guys.
there's literally radiation they're picking up in Sweden at that point.
Right, it's so bad that like, but they said if within 48 hours, if they don't close these gates or whatever, is going to be a nuclear explosion that's going to kill like millions of people.
Yeah,
so these
it's
3 guys essentially just volunteered to kill themselves to shut these gates
To save the world.
And that sequence is so fucking tense.
Yeah.
Like when they're going down in this radiated water and like the lights go out, I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I don't like water levels.
I don't have a problem with water levels, but that shit, I'm like,
Yeah.
you're gonna die, but like,
Couldn't it just
a
be
little
like,
early.
couldn't it just be like, doo-doo-doo, click, boom, oh,
like,
we got
no,
it.
everything
Nope.
was fucked up. Like, dude,
Yeah.
it's really fucking.
And it's
terrible.
only 6. It's only going to be 6 episodes, but it is.
It's really good.
It's fucking intense. Like I was really, I was pretty impressed. Like there's that scene with the helicopters where they're trying to like dump
right,
like sand and
sand and
bromide
mud or something. Yeah, bromide on the core to put the fire out.
No.
And everybody basically like we're all going to die within 5 years because we're just breathing this shit. Everybody that knows like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You will die. Like there's nothing like everybody thinks cyanide pills or I'm not cyanide. Iodine pills. But like no, you're gonna die.
So I know this woman. So I work with a lot of Chinese and Russian nationals at my job, and I know a woman who was from a village, not the village that's right next to it, but a village close by Chernobyl. She was there during that.
Mm-hmm.
She said, and she's she's probably in her 60s now. She said when they examined her, like, she's not going to live, like, much longer.
Right.
It aged her, like, 25 years. Like,
That's fucked up.
Yeah, like it's nuts. But that show is really fucking good. Like, that's when people are like, oh, yo, what is HBO going to do after Game of Thrones? Like, nah, yo, HBO don't fucking
be fine.
Yo, HBO got plenty of shit in the tuck. Like, yo, they know what they're doing when it comes to making movies, like movies and television series.
It's really good.
It's fucking.
I didn't know. Like, yeah, the way they try to cover that shit up.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Fucking foul.
But it is kind of amazing, like the end of the first episode, because all the shit happens at the plant in the first episode, and then they do that pan out where they go to the town right next door.
Yeah.
And it is just like kids playing and all this other shit, and they just show the winds fucking blowing.
Fallout just falling on the town. I'm like,
and they're just like going about their day, and then they just at the end of the episode they just show a bird just fucking fall out of the sky and die on the ground. It's like, we'll see you in episode 2. Like,
I think it's that after everything was done, like 4,000 people died from this shit.
Oh, easily. You can go to Chernobyl now if you want.
Yeah, and I'm good. No, I don't think so.
Yep. Yeah, they have radiated boars there that live there.
Are they like fucking mutated? Can they like?
Is it Fallout?
Like if you ate one, you would fucking die.
Yeah. It's nah.
No, thank you.
It's like Japan, like getting close.
Fukushima was pretty bad.
Yeah, Fukushima was really bad.
But a lot of people, there was a number of Japanese people, I mean, luckily in the same way, that were willing to sacrifice themselves to save it. They didn't have, I think they had a lot of nuclear fallout, but it was far more contained.
Yeah,
they didn't have an actual.
It was like 2011. So they
nuclear power is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, it's this future. I'm like, what about wind? Please?
But then if the wind's not blowing, you can't wash your teeth.
You can't wash teeth. Yeah. Because the president is retarded.
The wind, the noise from the turbines is just fucking up the birds.
By the way, it's killing eagles. It's killing all. If you go,
it's a regular graveyard under there.
Yeah, quote, if you go underneath a windmill, there are just dead birds everywhere. Just stacks and stacks of dead birds. You just climb right up. Yo, he is the president of the United States of America, and he is redacted. Just redacted. All right, next up, trailer for season 5 of Black Mirror. It's only gonna be 3 episodes.
I saw that.
There's a lot of fucking people in
a lot of famous people, which is weird.
Like 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, it's kind of
3 episodes.
It's kind of
it's kind of
like
it's kind of like Game of Thrones.
It's kind of when your indie band that you liked gets famous.
Yeah.
And now it's like
everyone
now
wants to be in it.
on them. No, I like Black
me out of
Mirror
it.
back when it was in season 2 when they were
great
hour-long episodes. Now this is only going to be 3 episodes. This got to be like 2. These got to be like 2 hours a piece, right?
Yeah, fucking
at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, fucking Hawkeye, Black Manta. I mean,
Miley
Captain
fucking Cyrus is in it for
Falcon,
some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, Falcon, Black Manta. Who else is in there?
Eric from 70 Show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Topher Grace.
I mean, I'm going to watch it because I like Black Mirror.
Yeah,
I haven't watched season 4. I need to.
It's good.
What else is in there?
I find these shows these shows stress me the fuck out.
They're a monkey ball shit.
I know.
Dude.
Topher Grace is here.
The fucking sex, drugs, and robots, or whatever that was. Love, sex, and robots. Rock and roll robots and
it's like
metal vaginas.
Robots, love, and porn.
Dude, did you see that? You saw that, right, Terrence?
Yeah.
The one with the fucking space spider. You know what I'm talking about? Where the guy ship gets caught through the fucking black hole thing, and
that was one of my favorite.
Dude, that shit to date sticks in my fucking head. I try to go to sleep at night, and I see that fucking thing stepping out of the corner.
The spider sack and shit.
The Aquila Rift, I think it was called.
Dude, that whole fucking episode was.
When she came out and the real world, the Matrix, essentially, I was like, nah, I don't like this.
Yeah,
I don't like this at all.
It's fucking awful. So I support Black Mirror and other crazy sci-fi shit. Like, that's what we need in our lives. More weird sci-fi shit. Bring it on.
This is why, by the way, Netflix, people think Netflix is going to go the way of the dodo.
No.
Because of all these other streaming things. I was like, no, it's not.
No.
It's going to be Netflix and Disney Plus.
That's going to, at the end of the day, those are going to be the two that fight it out.
You know what I really don't need more of is the next movie.
You're wrong.
I'm really not.
It's okay
I haven't seen the trailer.
Dude.
You don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I do need to see the
trailer. Yeah, you do need to see
it. And fucking whatever the last one was.
Look. There are many things about the world that are great. Olympus Has Fallen is not one of them because great is not a good enough word to describe how stupid and how much I love that movie.
Oh, this is different. I'm sorry.
What are you thinking about the Jamie Foxx one?
No, I thought Hush was on here for some reason.
Oh, it was.
That was. Oh, Batman Hush? I don't really give a fuck about that.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, that's what I was like.
No, Angel Has Fallen. This is the third in the Has Fallen trilogy.
Yeah. The universe of Secret Service warfare.
Yeah, like, look, Gerard Butler, like, he's older now.
Are these all drones? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
It's wild. The trailer's wild. Yeah.
This shit looks incredible.
If you haven't kept up with this series, Gerard Butler is a Secret Service agent, and in the first two movies, he protected the president. And in this one, of course,
he's protecting the president.
He's protecting the president until he's set up to look like he's the one going after the president. So now he's got to defend himself against the same team he worked for.
Jada Pinkett.
This is generally the plot of every third movie ever made.
I mean, that's not untrue.
But you do have
The Guardian Angel Has Fallen.
what's his name as the president.
Morgan Freeman.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman. As president.
He was in the other ones. He was like Secretary of State or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Nick Nolte is his fucking dad.
Yeah.
And so this is like Skyfall.
Because that makes sense, right? All American Scotsman, Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
Fucking Mike Banning, CIA operative Mike Banning.
Maybe they heard his real accent. They were like, I think this guy might not be from. Just saying. What is actually really quite hilarious is this is Skyfall, right? He's got the old man at the end, the big gunfight at the end, right? It's the same movie.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this.
This is white trash Skyfall.
This is Call of Duty to me. This is a trash ass movie series that I really enjoy. This is like 24 for me.
I love these movies. They are so fucking stupid. I've seen them in theaters.
Yeah.
I fucking love that first person shooter sequence in the second one when he takes out like 90 people by himself in that fucking warehouse.
Yeah.
That's great. He like jumped through the floor like Batman in one sequence. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. Look, I just watched the trailer. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm definitely watching.
I like Gerard Butler.
These are perfect folding laundry movies. They are perfect folding. Like you could watch all three of these movies back to back, and people are like, "How long did that take?" I don't know, 6 hours.
Yeah, people were getting shot.
I cleaned the whole house. It's amazing.
Did Evan Gary Gray direct the first one?
Did he? I don't know who the fuck directed these.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm here for this.
Just go see the man blow up drones, defend the president.
Antoine Fuqua directed.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Well, all right.
That's fine. What about the second one? Who directed that one?
Babak Najafi.
Cool.
Who's doing
I'm a
this
big
one?
fan of his work.
He's directing Mortal Kombat too.
Rick Roman Waugh.
So which one did he direct the other one with Jamie
White House
Foxx?
Down? I did not like that one. I didn't like his fake Barack Obama.
Yeah, that shit's stupid.
Yeah, the movie's terrible.
Well, he looked like he was selling bean pies.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
And newspapers on Wabash in Northern Parkway. like he just didn't look.
Oh,
Right.
maybe he
it's not the Watchtower.
Roland Emmerich directed that one. White House
Roland Emmerich? Yeah. Oh, isn't he doing Moonfall where the moon falls out of orbit and we're all gonna die? Yeah.
All right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey guys, I'm making a movie about the moon getting off its orbit. Oh, so that's when all of humanity dies. No, we'll have a ragtag team fix the moon.
So you're remaking Armageddon. Is that what you're doing?
Nope, I'm good.
At the end, they'll just be like, yeah, it's fine now.
It's really cheaper to teach those interior designers how to be astronauts than it is to teach the astronauts.
Hey, shut the fuck up. It's one of the greatest fucking stories of all time. Wouldn't it be easier? Shut the fuck up, Ben. But you know what? All right. Speaking of that, that is the end of this episode, and we will see you guys next week.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.